News, he's looking pretty colourful this morning, but nothing like as colourful as his guest.
We shall meet the guest fairly soon. 1984 was a good year for new talent in the pop world, but surprisingly, not many of the new discoveries were women. However, at the end of last year, two girls from Glasgow began to attract a lot of attention. They have been described as looking like Boy George's sisters, with rather outlandish clothes and makeup, but their music has also gained them recognition. Their current single came into the chart at 32 last week, looks like being a big hit for Strawberry Switchblade. Here is the video for their song. This is Since Yesterday. Well, here's Jill Bryson and Rose McDowell from Strawberry Switchblade. It's Jill and Rose, isn't it?
Rose and Jill.
You see?
You got it wrong.
You swapped places before you came in.
I've got a rose in my hair.
You've got a rose in your hair?
Rose and I don't.
Well, what are those in your hair?
Lilies.
Well, we'll call you Lily then instead.
Yeah,
that's much better. Listen, it must be hell getting up in the mornings and having to dress up like this all the time. I have seen you on so many TV programmes in the past week, and you must have to get ready like this every day of the week.
You get used to it, though. You get into a routine where you can almost do it with your eyes shut.
But haven't you got to a point? You did Top of the Pops last week because you came into the charts. Then I saw you on the Oxford Road show. Then you were on Saturday Superstore. Don't you get to the point where you think, I wish to God we just invented a tracksuit look?
No. No.
Where do you get the ideas from for the dresses?
I've just gradually found them over the years, so it's really difficult to pinpoint where we got the ideas, because it's loads of different ideas that have eventually made us look like this.
Was design something that you would have gone into if you had not gone into the music business?
I think so. Well, I was at art school, so I mean, I would definitely have done something like that.
I
and Rose,
probably wouldn't have.
yeah, but I mean.
What about the music? Because I mean, you know, the people who read the New Musical Express will say, never mind the dresses. What about the music? You know, the music is the most important thing to a lot of people these days. And I just wonder how difficult it's going to be for you to get your tunes past the record company and so on. What sort of music do you actually write? What is your favourite music that you write?
Favourite? Mostly ballads. It's different. The record companies don't like to release ballads as singles, but on the album there's quite a few slow.
It's generally just really pop. It's the overall thing, really.
You said, I heard you say to someone that it's a bit folksy based.
Yeah, I think it's changed with the way we've done the album, because the way we've recorded it's been mostly with electronic instruments, which kind of takes that folkiness away. Right. It sounds folky when you're in your bedroom with your acoustic guitar, but not really.
You know when you're writing, but I mean once you're at the recording stage it doesn't sound so folky anymore, which is good, which is a good thing.
It almost seems a stupid question to ask, but did you actually set out to be very different?
We never really thought about it.
Did you? I mean, what I mean is, when you first started getting together and singing tunes and so on, did you look like this?
No, we looked like this even before that.
We knew each other for a long time, and we knew a lot of. It was just knowing a lot of people in groups in Glasgow that made us think, well, we should maybe have a go at it ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I was already in another band before, but I wanted to sing and not play drums, which was what I was doing.
Yeah, do some songwriting as well.
Well, you've been stars since last Tuesday when you came into the chart, and you've done all these interviews and TV appearances. Any regrets?
No.
You're not too busy at the moment?
I think it's great.
No, we are quite busy, but it's good fun.
Yep, it's brilliant.
Right, and the album we can expect when?
March the 22nd.
Well, that's the date we've been given, so let's hope.
All right, well, good luck with everything else you do. I see Barbara Dixon is here this morning. There's a lot of Scottish mafia going on here this morning.
And Barbara's a real fan, you see, as well. Met them for the first time on Top of the Pops.
Yes, we saw each other last week on Top of the Pops. Yes. I was just saying to Selena, Mike, you better watch out if the Scots decide to turn nasty, because we're all down here now.
Do you remember vividly because we're talking about music and the first time they got themselves organised. Do you remember vividly the first time you went out and stood by yourself and sang on the folk club circuit?
Well, I do, but I remember my first Top of the Pops particularly vividly, because I think it was your first one last week, wasn't it? And I remember mine. I was absolutely terrified and tried to spend hours and hours getting myself organised and together and looking the part.